courtside with Angela Johnson, who's going to tell us about a very important event going on right now.
It's our bone marrow drive to register donors to be bone marrow donors for Sanaya Joseph, an 8-year-old dependent. She's a dependent of a first sergeant who's stationed in Cape Town and a DoDDS teacher who's stationed in Naples. She was diagnosed with aplastic anemia and she needs a bone marrow. She needs a bone marrow transplant. So we're trying to find someone in DoD who can be her donor.
Well, that's really great, and you picked a perfect weekend to do it with so many people here for the basketball event. So thank you so much for talking with me, and back to you guys in the booth.
Good afternoon, everybody. Championship Saturday continues from the Wiesbaden Physical Fitness Center as we begin the D3 Boys Championship between the Buccaneers of Baumholder and the Barons of Bamberg High School. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Sergeant First Class John Williston, alongside the coach, Eric Majorwitz, and courtside Airman First Class Valerie Lloyd for this championship game. Eric, what can we expect to see from these teams today?
Well, look, you got boys basketball, Bamberg Barons, Baumholder Buccaneers, holy alliteration, Batman. So it's Baumholder's 10-9 coming into here, and you have Bamberg at 16-3.
We'll set the starting five for you in just a moment as we are ready for tip-off. It's going to be jumping for the Bucks. Number 10, Ben McDaniels, a 6'1 senior from Florida, against Terry Williams, a 6'5 senior from Georgia. Referee's got the ball. Checks, we're ready to go, and we are underway. Bamberg will have the ball first. Shoots it out to number 25, Reed. Reed up and in, misses the shot. Gets his own rebound, back outside on the left side. Down to Williams, feeds it inside for Gibson. Reed back with the ball for three. Off the iron, no good. Rebound to the Buccaneers. It's going to be number 3, Joseph Gowdy. Brings the ball up court, swings it right side for McDaniels. McDaniels feeds it on the right side. Back to Cruz. Gowdy with the ball, has it stolen by Reed. Back comes Bamberg, out and he misses the dunk.
Oh, that's not good.
Reed hit 2 of those yesterday in the playoff games.
That's not what right looks
contact,
like, John.
That's definitely not what right looks like. We got a foul, no, called travel. Traveling against the Buccaneers, number 10, Ben McDaniels.
It looked like he had a clear shot to the basket, and instead of laying it up and finger rolling, he went for the gusto. And
Reed showboated a couple times yesterday. He stuffed himself on a dunk and got called for traveling on another one. No score yet. A minute into quarter one.
Sweet
and
stroke.
right there, Terry Williams, the 6'5 senior from Georgia, puts Bamberg on the board first. It's 2-0, just inside 7 minutes to play in the first quarter.
Now, I talked to the Baumholder coach, Chris Clark, and he told me before the game that he's going to get his points. Terry Williams is going to get his points. He's going to get 15, maybe 20 in this game. Contain him, let the rest of the Barons beat you.
Jorel Jackson with the putback off the missed shot puts Baumholder on the board, and we're tied at 2 with 6:35 left to play in the first quarter. Loose ball. Blow gets it back. Tyron Blow.
No, he stepped on the line, John.
Oh, they said he stepped on the line. Okay, Blow tried to retain possession for Bamberg, but they lost control. And now it'll be Baumholder inbounding from the near sideline. Ben McDaniels inbounds.
That was football, it'd be a touchback.
Hands it off to 13. Joaquin Cruz, who feeds it back to Joseph Gowdy. Gowdy, the point guard, with the ball, top of the key. Down low, McDaniels drives in, but they tell him it's not the NBA, son. You can't take 3 steps. Traveling against Baumholder.
The Patrick Ewing rule.
Exactly. Baumholder is a team, they've got a lot of athletes, not a lot of pure players. They got a good height advantage over Bamberg as we watch Bamberg lose the ball out of bounds on a bad pass from Reed to Gibson. Turnover to the Buccaneers. Buccaneers with the ball across the center line. Gowdy with the ball, drives right side, hops, skip and a jump, blows it off the iron. Don't forget, if you can't make it to the game today, several different ways you can catch the game. We're streaming on AFN.net. AFNEurope.net. You can go to the website, listen to the games there. We are on the Pentagon channel and also on the AFN 360 app for you smartphone aficionados.
We're like celebrities on deep cable.
Yes, we are. And a travel on Reed. Turnover again to Baumholder. Now, both these teams yesterday had some sloppy play in their matches that got them here. And we're beginning to see it now early on in this first quarter. 2-2, 6 minutes left to play in the first quarter. D3 championship game for the 2013 Dodge Europe High School Championships. Deep three-pointer from the right side by Baumholder, no good. Reed with the ball for Bamberg, up court, 2-on-2, feeds it off. Gibson, no good with a block.
Joaquin Cruz with a nice block there, John.
Joaquin Cruz from behind said, get that shot out of here. Now Gowdy with the drive on the other end, misses. Rebound, Bamberg, Blow with the ball for Bamberg down the right side. Pulls up, gets trapped, throws it back, almost stolen by Baumholder, out of bounds off the fingertips of Joaquin Cruz.
Well, John, what we're seeing early on here is Bamberg is more of a run and gun. They score 68 points a game in this tournament. Normally it's 64 during the regular season.
And we've got a foul the other way.
Baumholder likes the game more the Princeton level in the 30, 40 point game average there.
Baumholder comes into this game on a 7-game winning streak to pull them above 500 for the season.
10-9, John. And
against the highest scoring team in Dodds, not just D3, Eric, but all of Dodds.
All of Dodds.
Inbound, Bamberg, Reed with the ball, throws it around the corner to Blow. Blow calls the offense, comes around to the right side, runs into opposition from Cruz. Fed it off to number 20, Jeremy Morgan, who gave it right back to him. Williams inside,
Williams off the
high
glass.
off the glass, won't go. Gets his own rebound, back again, won't go. Gibson down low, fights for the rebound, draws the hoop and the harm. Andre Gibson, the senior forward from Michigan for for Bamberg, at the line, and he'll shoot two.
It's too many B's, John.
Exactly. Working on my enunciation today with the B's.
Well, John, like I said, Baumholder's 10-9 coming into this game. But, again, they had 3 Division I teams in their regional. They were the only D3 in their region. So it makes them battle-hardened, but the record doesn't look too good.
Exactly. Gibson hits the front end of the 2-shot penalty, fires it up, fires it in. Bamberg now with a 2-point lead. It is 4-2 with 5:05 left to play in the first half. Now a steal by Reed, back down the other way. Numbers favor Bamberg. And Reed is fouled on his way to the basket by number 3, Joseph Gowdy. And Reed will go to the line to shoot 2. Reed with a couple spectacular highlight reel dunks yesterday, tried one today, and pretty much stuffed himself early on.
6'2" sophomore guard. He went 18 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists yesterday against Rhoda in the semifinals.
And this is a young team, too. There's one senior on this team, freshman, and it's all sophomore. So this is a Bamberg team that's going to be around a while as Reed misses on the penalty. Fight for the ball on the ground. Gibson comes up with it out of the scrum. Reset the offense. Blow with the ball, swings it around. Reed drives in. And it's going to be a blocking foul against Baumholder.
Giefer comes up a little lame there. Hope he's all right there.
The 6'1" senior tried to get in there and draw the charge, but his feet were still moving, and the referee wisely called the block. And Reed will go right back to the line and try to improve his free throw average.
Giefer's only a junior. We need him for football next year, John. Hold on. Don't accelerate him.
Several two-sport stars on the Baumholder team as Reed blows the front end of the 2-shot penalty. Score remains 6-2. in favor of Bamberg. Second shot, fires it up, and dances off the iron, no good. Rebound, Giefer feeds it back to the left side. Into the game now is DeMonte Fisher for Baumholder, 5'11" freshman from Texas. Down low, goes into McDaniels. McDaniels goes up, has the ball partially blocked by Terry Williams. Williams out with the ball, loose ball. McDaniels back with it, up and under. No good. Reed with the ball out for Bamberg as they move back and forth, right to left, as you watch the game on your screen.
Well, Williams is just like a Berlin Wall down there in the paint.
Gibson hits from the right elbow for 15. From 15, and number 15 has his first 2 points of the game. 8-2 in favor of Bamberg. 4:05 left to play in the first quarter. Cruz with the ball, feeds it down low. McDaniels from the left side, can't get it to go. Rebound Gibson, fast break, feeds it off, fires it up, and the finger roll is good by Jeremy Morgan. 10-2 now as Bamberg starts to stretch it out, and Baumholder wants to talk it over. Timeout called on the floor. We'll take a quick break ourselves. Our score with 3:50 left to play in the first quarter is Bamberg 10 and Baumholder 2. So what have you seen? What have you seen so far in this first quarter, Eric?
Like I said earlier, John, it looks like Bamberg is wanting to run and gun, try to tire out Baumholder early. Baumholder wants to slow down the pace. Williams is going to get his points. Reed is going to get his points, but they got to match it somehow. They got to take their time and make the baskets. There's been a lot of errant passing going on right now.
You've got a very free flow offense versus a team that likes to do half court sets and screens and then a zone defense, and it's a clash of two different styles, really. As we get set to resume play, we're going to go down here in just a moment to our sideline reporter, Valerie Lloyd. She has got somebody from the Barons down there to talk to you. Valerie?
Hi, I'm here courtside with Coach Lisa of the Bamberg cheerleaders. And Coach, tell me, how does it feel after doing a long cheerleading competition to be out here supporting your guys?
Feels great. I mean, they've worked so hard for this championship. I'm just really proud of them. I'm proud of the team. I'm proud of the unity. I'm proud of our girls. They've done an amazing job.
And you were telling me that your daughter is actually on the cheer team.
Yes, she's actually second one in the first row.
Well, that's great, and thank you so much for coming out here, supporting the boys' teams, and thank you for talking with me. And back to John in the booth.
With Valerie Lloyd, our sideline reporter, from time to time during the game. 3:50 left to go in the first quarter of this D3 championship game from Wiesbaden. It is the Bamberg Barons 10 and the Baumholder Buccaneers 2. Now the referee wants to have a little talk with Bamberg's head coach Tim Smith. And we've got a technical foul called.
I don't know what that's about.
I'm not sure. We'll get it straightened out, but it looks like it's against Baumholder, as Jeremy Morgan will go to the line and shoot the technical for the Barons. First shot, fires it up, dances off the iron, falls in good. 11-2 now in favor of Bamberg. Morgan fires the second shot, dances off the iron, no good. 11-2, 9-point lead for the Barons. Not sure what brought that on, but it was a technical foul called, and on top of getting the two shots from the charity stripe, Eric, Bamberg retains the ball.
Yeah, that's almost like getting a safety in football. Not only you give it 2 points, and now they get the ball back.
Tyron Blow for the Barons with the ball. Dribbles, runs around a screen set by Reed. Feeds it to Williams on the left elbow. Down low, Gibson. Gibson gathers himself. Scoop shot is good. 13-2 in favor of the Barons.
And Gibson with 6 points already.
And he had none yesterday in their semifinal game. Now there's a steal by the Barons. Reed gets control of the loose ball. Slows up, walks it across midcourt. Comes to the top of the key. Challenged by McDaniels. Feeds it off to Blow. Blow going to work his way around to the right side. Looking for the three shot. Down low, Gibson gets control of the ball, dances on the line, back out to Williams for three. Off the front iron, no good. And there's a steal by Morgan. Morgan caught Gerald Jackson sleeping on the rebound and just stole it from him. Jackson with the rebound off the missed three by Morgan. And back come the Buccaneers. Fisher with the ball, drives in, goes up, and draws the foul. Believe it's against number 20, Morgan. That's who it's against with the hold. And Fisher will go to the line to shoot two. Baumholder in danger of going into the penalty.
Yeah, they got to be taking their time. Those inlet passes are getting stolen because they're trying to hurry it up there, John.
And in a game like this, slow is steady, steady is fast.
There's no reason to hurry right now. It's first quarter.
Fisher at the line. First shot, fires it up off the back iron, no good. 13-2, 2:54 left to play as we have a substitution for the Buccaneers.
Chris Beck will check in.
Chris Beck, the freshman, the 6 foot forward senior from Texas, comes in.
Giefer goes out. He got bumped pretty hard there trying to draw the charge earlier.
He did. Fisher blows both ends of the penalty. Williams with the rebound. Out to Morgan, down the near side, the left side, behind the back, pulls up, hands off to Blow. Blow going to work his way back around to the top of the key. to the far side to Reed. The right side of the court, Reed between the legs, stops, pops, leaves it short. Reed mailed in an air ball on that one.
Air ball.
Exactly.
Hey, but you have to love his Ben Wallace throw there going.
I do like that.
Nice.
He's in the defensive
Yeah.
Ben Wallace mode with the throw going.
But that was a sweet shot, just didn't get enough height.
Gowdy back in for Fisher. Swings it around for Beck. Beck down low, back top of the key for Jackson. Jackson fires it up.
And it almost went in. Jackson almost got 2 points for the Buccaneers.
No good, out of bounds.
Put his paw up there and nearly deflected it into the basket.
And the Bucks retain possession. Beck inbounds, has it knocked away by number 24, Tymon Blow, the 5'7" sophomore from Maryland.
If he could have pulled that down, that's a fast break.
That was free money right there. Don't forget, if you like what's going on with the games today, you want to make a comment, we've got email. It's DoDDS, DoDDS, 2013 @gmail.com. Email us, let us know what you like, what we could do better, or just email us because we're lonely.
Lowered expectations.
Exactly.
What's
Out of
that
bounds
email
again.
Dodds basketball.
Dodds
BB.
basketball.
More
Dodds
Bs.
BB at 2013 @gmail.com. Williams with the rebound off the inbound from Bamberg. Blow with the ball. Alley-oop for Reed, and he throws it in.
Beautiful.
Showtime Barons style. Williams came down with it, threw it straight to Blow, who alley-ooped it for Reed with the layups. 15-2, 13-point lead now with $1:45 to play in the first quarter. McDaniels puts it on the floor, drives in, finger rolls,
and
gets the hoop in the arm. Count it.
A cure for what ails you.
Exactly. Nice little traditional three-point play, courtesy of Ben McDaniels. He'll go to the line to try to complete it.
Dave McDaniels, the Stars and Stripes Football Player of the Year. He led the Buccaneers to the 2012 Division III championship.
And he's trying to do that again here and be a two-sport champion. He's at the line, shooting one. Fires it up and fires it in. Completes the three-point play. 15-5 now with 1:40 left to play in the first quarter of this championship game. It's been mostly Bamberg the first quarter over Baumholder. Reed with the ball, top of the key, to the elbow to Gibson. Williams from 15, off the iron, no good. Rebound, fight for the ball. It's loose. Blow comes back up with it to Gibson. Gibson going to try his way in the left side. Didn't get the roll, and he'll go to the line to shoot two. Actually, no. They called it before the before the shot. So it'll be inbounds Bamberg underneath their own goal, as number 21 Austin Van Dorn, a 5'10" junior forward, checks in for the Buccaneers. Gibson with the ball, drives in the lane, falls down. Reed there to recover the loose ball. Reed going to try a shot to the left side. Running jumper, no good. Fight for the ball on the ground. Gowdy comes up with it, feeds it to McDaniels with the layup. Joseph Gowdy on the assist. Ben McDaniels the finger roll in, and they've cut the lead back to 8 with a minute to play. It's 15-7 in favor of Bamberg. Now Blow swings it around to Reed. Reed back to Blow. Gowdy comes out to challenge Blow, top of the key. To Reed. Reed going to try the baseline left side. Goes up. Circus move, and somehow it falls in. 17-7. 10-point lead as we're inside a minute left to play in the first quarter. McDaniel with the ball. Three-point shot. Gerald Jackson, no good. And trying to grab the rebound was Andre Gibson, and it goes out of bounds on him. Bamberg will retain the ball with 37.2 seconds left to play here in the first quarter. It's going to be Van Dorn. It's going to be KJ Moses, a 5'10" sophomore guard from Texas who just checks in.
Oh, that's KJ. Sorry, John. Looks like an L.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
McDaniel.
nice. Going up top.
Skies it right over Williams, who has a 4-inch advantage on him.
Who's that, the Iceman, George Gervin?
Looks like it's 17-9 as we wind down inside 20 seconds left.
Nothing like a 40-year-old reference there.
I like it. I know it. That makes me feel old. Gibson with the ball, top of the key, back to Reed. They're going to play it out to the end of the quarter for the final shot. Time on Blow with the ball now. Backs out, stops the referee's count. Tries to run Gowdy into a pick, no good. Morgan with the ball to Williams for three. Off the iron, no good. Rebound, Gowdy with the ball. And that ends the first quarter. So after one period of play, our score is the Barons of Bamberg High School 17 and the Buccaneers of Baumholder High School 9. You're watching championship basketball on AFN, serving America's best.
Are you a military retiree turning 65 and planning to live overseas? I've got some important information for you. To keep your TRICARE benefit, you first need to have Medicare Parts A and B. If you have that, you're treated as an overseas standard beneficiary. This gives you similar benefits and cost sharing as the stateside TRICARE standard program. Contact your International SOS TRICARE Global Service Center or visit the TRICAREoverseas.com website for more information.
And welcome back to the Division III Boys Championship game. Our score as we start the second quarter is Bamberg 17 and Baumholder 9 as Morgan misses a 3 from the deep right corner. Back comes Gowdy for the Buccaneers. Feeds it off McDaniel. McDaniel drives inside, avoids the contact, lays it up. It goes in and out. And it's Bamberg's ball. Morgan pushes down the left side. Reed going to try to showboat again. Underneath, no good. Leaves it hanging for Cruz.
With the rebound.
Cruz with the rebound to Gowdy. Gowdy dribbles into trouble, then back out. Swings it around. Cruz on the left side, the far side, as the Buccaneers move left to right on your screen. Now McDaniels with the ball, top of the key across. Gowdy for 3. Off the iron, no good.
Unforgiving.
Rebound, nice save by the Buccaneers. Cruz goes to the ground for the ball, and we've got a foul. And Reed comes up grabbing his ankle, and that could be a problem for the Barons. If they get into foul trouble or get an injury, they have probably the thinnest bench of any team in the tournament. Blow with the ball, swings it around to Morgan. On the right corner for Reed. Reed back out top of the key. Blow with the ball. Barons in a 2-3 zone defense right now. Gibson inside, runs into trouble, breaks the double team. Out to Morgan for 3. Off the iron, high, no good.
Nope. Oh.
Thought it had a chance there for a minute.
It's in the hole.
It's out of the hole. Oh no.
Cinderella story.
So what are you seeing from both teams after one quarter now?
Well, right now after the score is 17-9, but it's actually 17-7. McDaniels is leading scorer for the Buccaneers. They got to get more people involved here.
They do. Cruz with the ball now. Swings it back around to Gowdy. Gowdy looks inside, nobody home. Back to McDaniel on the left side. McDaniel puts it on the ground. Top of the key for Moses. Swings it around. 3-point shot. Gowdy off the iron. No good. Fight for the rebound. Morgan comes down with it. Gowdy gets in there, ties it up. We got a jump ball, and it'll stay in Baumholder's possession. 6:13 left in the first half. It's 17-9. Baumholder trailing Bamberg by 8. Now it's going to be Giefer who's back into the game. Long outbound pass to Cruz, who finger pass to Gowdy. Gowdy goes up for 3 and is fouled. Number 24, time on blow, fouls Gowdy outside the 3-point line.
Now Gowdy's 0 for 4 from beyond the arc.
Let's see if he can hit 3 here from the charity stripe.
Charity starts at home.
Exactly. Gowdy measures it off, fires it up, dances off the iron, no good. 17-9 our score remains. And that is the 5th team penalty on the Barons, or excuse me, the Buccaneers. Next when they go into the penalty. And Bamberg will shoot 1-1 through the rest of the half. Gowdy gets the second shot of a 3-point penalty.
Gowdy,
and cuts the lead to 7. Only a freshman. No pressure.
No, not at all.
Freshman year and you're in the championship game. No pressure at all.
It's a normal day at the office.
Gowdy trying to make it 75%, and he does. He hits 2 of 3, and he pulls Baumholder back within 6. 17-11 with 6 minutes left to play here in the first half. Morgan with the ball, feeds it to Gibson. Gibson to Reed, baseline, stops, pops, hits from 8 feet and pulls the lead back out to 8. 19-11, 5:50 to play here in the first half. Gowdy with the ball, nice ball move, feeds it off. Moses can't find the promised land on the score on that one. Nice save by McDaniel, and then in comes Cruz and throws it off the leg of Williams.
Well, it was a big target, too. So
That's very true.
if you can hit the broadside of Williams, then you're hurting.
Exactly. Terry Williams, 6'5" senior, goes about 230.
And they keep him out there on the wing, John. I would have him down low and just feed it to him.
He's not much of a post player. The shorter Gibson is actually more of a post player for him. There's a 3 from Gowdy.
Yes.
Bingo.
5th time's the charm.
Chris Gowdy, money ball, center pocket, and he brings him to within 5. It's 19-14, 5:15 to play. Morgan with the ball on the other end for Bamberg. Feed to Reed. Reed goes in, draws the contact, but they call a charge.
And Giefer takes one for the team there.
Isaac Giefer did his best imitation of a redwood, planted right in the paint, and drew the offensive contact charge against Reed. 19-14,
How big's
5:16
Reed?
to play.
Reed's a big boy.
Andrew Reed is 6'2", and he clashed with Giefer, who's 6'1". It's an even matchup in that aspect. Moses with the ball. We got a whistle and a kick ball. So we'll reset the shot clock.
I was good at that in middle school.
And it'll be Baumholder's ball under the net. Giefer to inbound for the Bucks. Baumholder stacks, then scatters. McDaniel's wide open. Goes up, draws the contact from Reed. And it looks like McDaniel will go to the line to shoot too.
Ben's not afraid to bang inside there.
Correction, they call it against number 41, Terry Williams. It could have been, that one could have gone really either way, Eric. But the end result is still the same. Ben McDaniels goes to the line to shoot two.
Make you pay for it.
19-14. 5 minutes left here in the first half of this championship game. First shot, dances off the iron, no good. So many points in this game have been left right there off the iron. It's almost like free throw shooting is a lost art for both teams. Now McDaniel readies the second shot. Fires it up, and off the iron, no good. Williams with the rebound. Starts down the court, realizes he doesn't have the numbers, pulls up, drives around, fires it up, goes coast to coast, misses the ball, tries to come back in and get his own rebound after he fell out of bounds, and very wisely not going to get that one. It's Baumholder's ball. 19-14.
I think that's what you call a self-pass.
And the clock hasn't started yet, and the clock is stopped at 4:50. There it goes. 4:45 left now. Gowdy with the ball to McDaniels on the left, on the right wing. To Cruz. Cruz, right wing. Gowdy top of the key, swing it around. Moses for three, no good. Rebound Williams with authority on that one.
Red Sea did not part for KJ.
No, it did not that time. It needs to, as they need to try to break this 5-point lead that Bamberg has. Now Blow starts to drive, feeds it back out Williams to Reed at the elbow. Gibson for three, off the iron, no good. Cruz with the rebound. Starts to sprint, looks up at the clock, and wisely slows up to let his teammates get with him. Now Gowdy with the ball. Out near center court, top of the key for three. Off the iron, no good.
That was the NBA
Rebound,
range
Giefer.
there.
Shot no good. Fight for the ball on the floor. Gibson falling, throws it to Reed. Touch pass, Blow, back, and a no good on the alley-oop dunk attempt. As
John,
Reed,
is this going to come back to hurt Bamberg, trying to be a little flamboyant and flashy here?
it is. That's Reed's whole game. He likes the flash. He likes to try to kill the spirit of the other team with those dunks. I saw it yesterday in 2 games. Fight for the ball. Gowdy steals it from Gibson. Head fake inside, carries the ball, fires it up and in. Nice runner by Chris Gowdy.
Joseph Gowdy.
Joseph Gowdy. And that's going to cause the Bamberg coach to call a timeout and try to regather his troops.
If I'm the Bamberg coach, I'm like, look, save that for Showtime or NBA Live or whatever they call it nowadays.
If you've got a 30-point lead in this game, all right, go for the dunks, go for the alley-oops.
Well, that's not sportsmanship.
And look like you're on a McDonald's All-American team. But you're in the middle of a championship fight. It's a 3-point lead, 19-16 with 3:29 to play in the first half. You don't go showboating. Now, I saw him do it a couple times effectively yesterday against Rhoda. Rhoda started to get a rally, and he went up with a dunk, and it just cut the heart out of him.
Well, I can see the vitriol. You want to beat Rhoda. You want to, it's not for the title. You still have to go through Baumholder.
Right.
There's really no bad blood there.
And in all my years of doing this, I've seen fundamentals beat flash time after time.
Look at the San Antonio Spurs.
Exactly. Put their hard hats on, carry their lunchbox, and just go to work, as witness
Although
what they did to the Clippers the other night.
They only seem to win in odd years, though.
Exactly. Well, maybe this will be their year. They'll break that trend. 3:29 left to go in the first half, and 19-16 as Baumholder has closed the gap, which had been as much as 10 here in the first half with the Bamberg Barons.
Gowdy and McDaniels both with 7 points, carrying the Bucks right now.
Trying to carry him to a championship title. Williams for three, leaves it short. Rebound, Gibson collects it up, goes up, draws the foul against Jackson. And Andre Gibson will go to the line to shoot two.
In the paper the other day, John, Chris Clark was quoted for Baumholder, the Baumholder coach. He said, it's been a while we've been this deep in the playoffs, and it's true. The last time Baumholder was in the championship game was against the Barons in 2008. But the Barons had a little bit of motivation that year. Their coach went in the hospital a week before the tournament and passed away, sadly, and they used that motivation to win 44-42 back in 2008.
Gibson misses the back end of the two-shot penalty. He hit the front end, jump ball, and it'll stay with Bamberg.
Rest in peace, Coach Charles Jordan. And the gym is actually named after him now.
Exactly. So. Our score now with 3:15 to play is 20-16, Bamberg over Baumholder. Bamberg with the inbound, Reed out to blow, top of the key. Williams thinks about the shot, dribbles, feeds it down low to Reed. Reed backs out, loses the dribble, back into Williams. Williams, inside move, jump shot, dances around, falls in good for Terry Williams. 22-16, inside 3 minutes to play in the first half. Gowdy with the ball to McDaniel, back outside, around to Cruz on the left side. Cruz looking for somebody, gets it to Gowdy. Gowdy way back out, starts in. McDaniels feeds it around to Jackson. Jackson back to McDaniels on the deep right near side of the court. Top of the key, Cruz. Gowdy calling for it, he's wide open. They get it to him, but Morgan swings out to block any three-point shot attempt.
Took too much time there, John.
Way too much time. They're trying to burn clock. Gowdy tries to drive between two defenders, loses the ball, comes up with it on the floor, and we got a foul called.
Knife through, and I think Gowdy
might have caught
the floor there.
Foot in the head. Both teams now in the bonus.
As that is the 6-team signaling foul. To his parents like Jeff Hornacek used to do for his kids there. Another 30-year-old reference.
Baumholder inbounds. Gowdy, McDaniels loses the ball. Fight forward on the floor by Jackson. Gets it back to Cruz. Cruz swings it out. Three-point shot. Gowdy, no good. Reed with the rebound.
1 for 7 from beyond the arc. Live and die by the three, John?
Yes, exactly. You can live by the three. You can die by the three just as easily, as we had a couple teams find out yesterday in the semifinals. Reed swings it around Gibson. Down low, Williams. Nice move up. Dances off the iron and in. Terry Williams, 4 points in the paint right now. 1:50 left to go, 24-16 as Bamberg begins to assert itself again over Baumholder and extends the lead to 8. Jackson loses the ball. Cruz saves his bacon on that one. Off to Gowdy. Gowdy going to try the right side baseline into two defenders. Spin move, shot off the front iron, no good. Williams with the rebound. We'll be talking to the Baumholder coach at halftime. We'll throw it down to Valerie Lloyd at halftime.
Oh no, one of our wire henchmen might have tripped him up there.
Uh-oh, gotta watch the cable pullers down there. But we'll be going to Valerie Lloyd at halftime with her interview with the Baumholder coach. Gowdy with the ball. Nice feed inside Reed, dish off. Giefer loses control and Williams comes up with the free rebound.
McDaniel's trying to get other people involved.
He's trying, but it looks like today the offense is going to have to go through Ben McDaniels. Blow with the ball to Reed. Reed drives in left side, splits three defenders up. Doesn't get the shot to fall, but he draws the contact, and he'll shoot two. Don't forget, you can listen to us live if you can't make it to the games on afneurope.net. We're also on the Pentagon channel and on this nifty little thing we've got called the AFN 360 app, streaming around the world. You can hear championship basketball right here from Wiesbaden, Germany.
I hope you got your gas yesterday, John, because it went up substantially.
I haven't had time to check it today. Reed hits the front end of the two-shot penalty, and it's 25-16 now, Bamberg. Jackson goes out. Giefer comes back in for the Buccaneers as Reed gets ready to shoot the second shot. Fires it up off the iron, no good. Gibson there to collect the offensive board. Back to Reed. Reed pulls out, burns a little time off as we are inside 50 seconds left. Feed inside to Williams. 6 points now in the paint as Williams makes it count off the assist from Gibson.
I guess he heard me. I thought he was.
27-16 now. 40 seconds as the clock spins. McDaniels tries to drive. Gets pickpocketed by Reed. Reed going to go down the other way. Switches hands, lays it up, and finger rolls it in. 29-16.
Reed with 8 points, 3 steals, John.
Bamberg now with their largest lead of the afternoon, 13 points as Gowdy misses a shot, gets his rebound, goes up, and they're going to call Morgan with the foul. 21 seconds left here in the first half, and it's 29-16. In favor of the Barons from Bamberg High School. Trying to get what they couldn't get last year, which was the title. They kind of avenged that in the semifinals yesterday.
Because Rhoda had a kung fu grip on the title for the past 3 years with Trevon Owens.
Well, apparently the Barons found a way yesterday to break that kung fu grip, beating Rhoda in the semis by 23, 77-54. Gowdy hits the back end of the 2-shot penalty, and it's an 11-point lead, 29-18 as the clock begins to tick towards 15 seconds. Blow takes his time, top of the key, Reed swinging around Morgan. They're just going to play a little old North Carolina four corners here and burn for the last shot. Reed with the ball. Baumholder in a 2-3 zone. Morgan for three, off the iron, no good. Fisher with the rebound, but they can't get a shot off. And we are at halftime. We've played half of this game. And the score is 29-18 in favor of the Barons from Bamberg.
I wish.
Yeah, it'd be nice for you if it was the other way. Let's go down now to the sidelines. Valerie Lloyd is talking right now with the Baumholder head coach.
Coach Clark, coach of the Baumholder team. And Coach, I noticed you're a little bit down at halftime. What is your strategy for the second half?
Well, we just got to intensify our defense. Obviously, that's where we make our money, and we've let them get a couple of baskets because they didn't make a little run on us. We'll be all right. I'll tell you one thing about these kids: they don't quit. They won't quit. They'll be back.
Well, that's great. I noticed number 25 on the Bamberg team seems to be racking in the points. What's your strategy for guarding him?
Well, you know, he's a terrific athlete. That's why he's who he is, and we're going to do the best we can, but we'll hope we'll hold everybody else down and see if we can make a run at this thing.
Right, and according to your statistics, you have 4 seniors and 3 juniors and only 3 lower classmen. How do you feel that that kind of leadership on the team will guide them to this championship?
Well, anybody in Europe who knows high school sports, doesn't know Ben McDaniels, that's my leader, and he's not going to let us fail. We'll be back. We'll be back. We're all right.
All right. Thank you, Coach, for talking with me, and good luck in the second half. And back to John in the booth.
There with the Bucks head coach Chris Clark. They come in with a 7-game winning streak, but right now they are trailing at halftime, 29-18, to the Barons from Bamberg High School. It's been a back-and-forth game. What's your impression from the first half?
When Bamberg was trying to do their NBA showtime, it looks like they got stunned. They tried to dunk it, 1, 2, 3 times, and it wouldn't go. Baumholder didn't capitalize on that, and now Bamberg, like you said, reasserted itself, and then now have an 11-point lead at halftime when it was within 5-7 points earlier.
Exactly. Bamberg went back to what got them here, stopped the flash, but they kept the running, they kept the intensity. They ran Baumholder up and down the court, and what was a game that was within, at one point, I think 3 points, they've pushed it back out to an 11-point lead, and they've led by as many as 13 here towards the end of the first half. Lots more basketball to go today. We've still got more men's and women's action coming up after this game. We're just 2 games in to a 6-game basketball fest today. If you love basketball, this is the place to be right here in Germany. And we'll come back after this timeout. You're watching Championship Dodge Europe Basketball on AFN, serving America's best.